Shalom, giving all praise, going on to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makah, HaKadosh, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, do rule well. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect, all right, wherever you may be, scattered abroad. All right, brothers on the highways and byways also giving their diligence to make their call and election sure. And blessings to the very few sisters that listen, learn, believe in. I'm that fellow, Kanakla, coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will. To the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, his lessons edifying, also exhorting. And through this, elder brother, Yakanan, from the UK, I believe, in his video here says how Iran fights its wars as President Trump hands wax feeble. All right. And that's exactly what's happening, man. The Lord has a spirit on these Iranians. No, it's just Bible prophecy. All right. The fall of America, the fall of Esau, Edom, and the rise, all right, of the true biblical Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. All right. And I'm going to come back to this 26 minutes, but the copyright, I think the brothers put it in their entrance. So you can see copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1796. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 allowance made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so that's out the way. As you get to this point here, beautiful point, show you that, America isn't what it used to be, or what it is. It isn't a boogeyman, the bully on the block, because it needs help. All right, it's calling for allies, calling for all the world leaders to help them. All right, with Iran, because they can't handle them. All right, they cannot handle them. So let's get this real fast.
Shelter, and we heard like a very big boom.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu surveyed damage in one town on Sunday. He says this attack and an attempt by Tehran to hit the joint UK and US Diego Garcia Island military base is proof more allies need to join the US-Israeli military campaign.
It's time to see the leaders of the rest of the countries join up. I'm happy to say that I can see some of them beginning to move in that direction, but more is needed.
Late Saturday, President Trump
see the leaders of
UK and US Diego Garcia Island military base is proof more allies need to join the US-Israeli military campaign.
It's time to see the leaders of the rest of the countries join up. I'm happy to say that I can see some of them beginning to move in that direction, but more is needed.
Late Saturday.
Through. So here it is. They calling for help. They calling, hold on, but Iran is obliterated. It's nothing. We have nothing left to bomb, this, that, and the third. But you calling for all the leaders and all the help. All right. Come on. Something not adding up here. The strait's still closed and you calling for all the help and all the leaders. America isn't what it was, man. This is the fall of America. So I don't want to hear nothing about, I'm just speaking, talking smack, so to say, because it's going to happen anyways. But I don't want to hear nothing about these damn Edomites. America this, America, we're the greatest country, the powerful most country, military in the world, this, that, and the third. Don't want to hear that no more. All right. It's Jeremiah 50, verse 45. So Netanyahu is calling for all the leaders, says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon. And this isn't talking about ancient Babylon. All right, this is talking about the prophetic Babylon as reiterated in the New Testament, in the book of Revelation. Okay, it says in his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And they already drew. The least of the flock is that small little state that you see. All right.
President Trump
see the leaders.
An attempt by Tehran to hit the
that small little state that you see going up against Iran over here. This the least of the flock. All right. Surely the least of the flock. That's what the scripture's talking about. You can't talk about them, right? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So they already drew Babylon the Great out of America. All right. Drew you right into this war. All right. And this Bible prophecy playing out. Okay. Because everybody's saying this is not our war. All right. This isn't our war. We don't want to die for them. This isn't our war. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right. Because as you see the desolation taking place over there, right?
Joint UK and US Diego Garcia Island military base is proof more allies need to join the US-Israeli military campaign.
It's time to see the leaders.
So the US is going to look similar, all right, to this one. But ultimately, you know, it's going to be nothing left, as the scripture says. It's going to be wiped clean. So this is going to take place over in the United States. But it's going to be completely wasted. Both lands. Only thing is, that land is going to be built back up. That small state, the land of Israel, is going to be built back up. But America is going to be out. So it's going to get the same fate. All right, shall make the habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the missiles, the earth is moved, because it's going to shake the earth. It says, and the cry is heard among the nations. All right, why? Because that's reiterated in the New Testament, Revelation, where, you know, the nations were weeping the merchant city because they were made rich. They couldn't sell their products to America no more. All right, the merchants. So let's go from there to Joel. All right, because here it is. He's calling all nations to come help them open up the strait. So, hey, not only he's drawing everybody out to this war. All right. Joel 3:11. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen. All right. So all nations. You see Netanyahu calling all nations to help him. So eventually, all these nations gonna have to send their troops eventually. It says, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. In the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat. So it's God's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right. There will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And the Most High, them angels going to be over there. It's going to be as we like to say, a meat grinder, man. Okay. And that's before the Lord show up. It's just bodies. It's going to be bodies, man. Bodies going to be dropping. All right. And then when the Lord show up himself, he going to show up in that ship. And you read about in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, the prophet Ezra in the Apocrypha that was taken out. How he just beat them to powder from the laser beams. He evaporated them. All right. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. And this is the time of the harvest, man. Come get you down, for the press is full, and the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And yeah, we bringing out the same precepts because, you know, it's only a couple precepts left. All right. Which the mark of the beast is going to take place before this war fully kicks off to where the nukes are flying. Right. The collapse of this society, which all this is connected to the mark of the beast, and then the Lord returning. So, you know, it appears we bringing out the same precepts, but hey, all the scriptures have been broken down, man. The seals have been opened before the firmament. So we just updating you with the latest. You know, Trump was threatening him, then he backed out, right? Threatening to basically hit their nuclear power plants, their energy, and he backed out. Talking about there is talks going on. So they got some up their sleeves, man. You know, they're going to have to send them boots on the ground soon. Because the bombings they're not working. The airstrike's not working. All right? Sending ground troops not going to work either, but the airstrike's definitely not working. Because Iran is just, they're able to retaliate, if not equal, greater. All right? If not equivalent, greater. All right? Revelation 11:14, the second woe is past, the second world war, right? And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And we already are in a third woe. All right. So that's what you have. And the Lord is calling out all nations.
Of the rest of the country.
UK and U.S. Diego Garcia Island military base is proof more allies need to join the U.S.-Israeli military campaign.
It's time to see the leaders of the rest of the countries join up. I'm happy to say that I can see some of them beginning to move in that direction.
And it's going to have to happen because this is a world war. All right. What's happening over there with that strait being closed is causing a global conflict, global strain on the economy. All right. So they're going to have to go out there eventually. That's just what it is. So the Lord is calling all nations, So with that, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai, the one set apostles, great millstone, peace, love, and blessings to the elect. All right, let's see this last state. The Lord is calling all nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, and it's going to happen. Shalom.